Welcome to Destination Deanna. I'm Deanna, love guide to all and kept wife strategist to the women I'm called to serve. Please consider my channel your self-help learning library for love. Join me every Monday at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time for our weekly coaching gem, where I give guidance to elevate your love experience. And on Wednesdays at 1 p.m., tune in for Sounds About Wife, where I give my unique wife perspective and prepare professional women like you to become kept wives. So hit that subscribe button and let's start this love journey together. See you soon, my loves. Good afternoon, my loves. Welcome back to Deanna's Weekly Coaching Gem. I am Deanna, kept wife strategist to my specific clients, but love guide to all. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So it seems like a little loud. Let me turn it down a little more. So today's coaching gem, thriving in your single season, how to prepare for love. And I see there's already some people here. My amazing husband. Hey. And I'm just gonna say Kay. Hi, Kay. Hi, Kay. How you doing? Glad you all are here. Thank you so much. Let's get right into it with my intention for this lesson. I always want you to be very clear about why I'm teaching what I'm teaching, right? So my intention today with this lesson is to show you how to thrive during your single season by focusing on self-love, personal growth, and preparing for love the right way. Okay, so you're not just waiting for love. You're expecting and preparing for the love you deserve, right? So this live is designed to help you shift from just hoping for love to actively attracting it by becoming the best version of yourself while you're single. I really want us to get away from feeling like single is like a death sentence, right? Hi, Tyrese. Hey. Glad to have you here. So I've been clear about the intention. I'm going to be clear about what I'm not doing. And what I'm not doing means who I'm not talking to and what I'm not saying. So you could, skip wasting your time with your comments about what I'm not even talking about. So who I'm not talking to, this isn't for those who believe that being single is a punishment or a waiting room for love, right? This also isn't about finding tricks to make someone fall for you. Like, I'm not into tactics and manipulation. I'm not into that. If you're here to learn how to snag a man, like, this isn't the place for you. I'll let you know that now. And what I'm not saying that being single means you're incomplete or that your value is tied to your relationship status. I've seen a lot of recent posts about married women having an air of I'm better than you-ness and only having identity in being married and a woman's value being solely resting upon her relationship status. I'm definitely not an advocate of that, and I'm not saying that, right? This live isn't about rushing the process or pretending to be happy while you're secretly frustrated, right? We're focused on genuine growth, not shortcuts. Okay. So that's what I'm not doing. We're clear about that. And before we get into the lesson, I just want to be clear. I have an in-depth Q&A where I dig even deeper into the lesson and I give those who would like the opportunity to tell their specific scenario or ask a question, the opportunity to do so. But that Q&A takes place exclusively on my Facebook for my subscribers. So if you'd like the opportunity to dive deeper into the lesson or get specific questions answered after the live, make sure you go to facebook.com/Destination Deanna. That is my Facebook page. Hit the subscribe button. It is a nominal cost of 99 cents a month. Make that small investment and be able to dig deeper into these lessons and chit chat with me a little bit. All right, now onto my experience. What even qualifies me to have this conversation? What sparked this in my mind? Now, as I work with my clients and dig deeper into this self-work, I find myself consistently having to revisit like where I was, right? Because many of my clients, they're attracted to me because they see something in me that is alive in them. So either they see me living the life that is similar to one they want. They see certain things about my marriage that are inspiring. They see things about my journey that gets them excited. But we also relate because some of the things they are struggling with or having a difficulty like getting over, I've experienced them too. So thinking back on my journey, when I realized that my previous marriage wasn't going to work, I fell into like a deep depression. I mean, gained a lot of weight, really was not in a positive space at all, couldn't really see past the negativity of my current situation, right? I even began to victimize myself and wallow in the shame of my situation. I mean, I was a married single mom, or at least that's what it felt like most of the time, right? And once I left that situation, I engulfed myself in self-work, right? And as I was doing that, lots of things came up. At one point, I thought the issue was who I chose and how I went about marriage. Not saying that that's not an area of opportunity, right? It is. But that led me to think I just needed to find the one, right? I just chose wrong, went about it wrong. So if I just find the one, everything will fall into place. Everything will work, right? I would be better, life would be better. But what I actually learned was that love starts with me, right? So I had to take the time in my single season to focus on healing, focus on self-awareness, focus on accountability, and ultimately just becoming the best version of myself that I loved first. And that's when I actually attracted the love that I deserved. So I wasn't waiting for love, but I was preparing for it. And thinking back over how I went from that to the amazing life and love that I experience now, I remembered the key factors in that transition. And I'm going to share those with you today. So if you want to take notes, now would be the time to do so. First, let's get to what to consider, right? What to consider. So this is the lesson. This is the information, right? There are 4 things that I want you to consider today. That's self-growth, happiness, delayed gratification, and mindset. So self-growth attracts love. That's the first thing you need to know. You pouring into yourself, you improving yourself, you loving on yourself. That is ultimately what attracts the love you want from others, right? And studies show that people who work on personal growth during their single season experience more satisfying relationships when they do enter one. According to research published in the Journal of Positive Psychology, individuals who report higher self-love and personal growth are 52% more likely to attract fulfilling relationships. So think about that. When you see these other women thriving in their relationships. You see their husbands loving on them, doting on them. You're not going to see insecure women. You're not going to see women who slack on pouring into themselves. They go hand in hand. How well do you love yourself? That's actually going to be an indication of the love that you receive from others. Oh, hey, Tiana. I see you're here. And next, so happiness. Happiness comes before love. I know it can feel like, oh, having the love, having the husband, having the wife, that's going to bring like this ultimate other level of happiness. And I'm here to tell you, it does feel nice. It is a happy place to be. But it's added happiness, right? It is happiness that is even more developed when it's in relationship, okay? So a study from the University of California, Berkeley, found that individuals who reported higher life satisfaction while single were more likely to enter healthy long-term relationships. This means that thriving during your single season sets the foundation for love. So think about it. If you're not happy with yourself, are you going to attract a person that's happy with themselves? Probably not. Like attracts like, right? So you building with yourself, learning yourself, figuring out what makes you feel good, figuring out what makes you happy. That's actually what comes before the love. You got to be happy with yourself. I figured it out. Yay. Hey, Ashley, I'm glad you're here. If you're not happy, then no one else can make you happy. This is so true. And if you try to enter into a relationship when you're not happy, you're going to be looking for your partner to fulfill that for you. And that is selfish. And it's also a recipe for disaster because they can't do it, right? So the next thing is delayed gratification. Delayed gratification. So the Stanford marshmallow experiment reminds us that those who learn to delay gratification, like investing in personal growth while single, often experience greater rewards later in life. So it's like invest in yourself now. Go on the date now. Get that personal trainer now so you feel good about your body now. Doing the work now enables you to enjoy the benefits later. You're more invested also, right? Think about it this way. If you are pouring into yourself, right, and you're doing all of these things to make you happy, how likely are you to accept someone coming into your life and not adding to that? How likely are you to accept someone coming into your life and detracting from it? You're going to be like, wait a minute. I'm good by myself. I'm happy. Things is flowing. I'm feeling love. If you come around and you mess with that, it's easier to walk away from that because you already have it yourself. Now, the final thing. Oh, hey, Toya. I'm glad you're here too. The final thing is attraction-based mindset. So I said mindset, but it's the attraction-based mindset. So according to psychologist Dr. Carol Dweck, adopting a growth mindset, believing that you can actually improve and grow, leads to better outcomes in life and relationships. So thriving in your single season is a growth mindset in action. So this is kind of like, okay, are you optimistic? Do you have a positive outlook on life? When you do, when you believe that things can grow, things can improve, you are more likely to put in the energy to make that happen because you believe it can. If you think negatively, if you think there's no point, it's going to be like a self-fulfilling prophecy there as well. So, considering self-growth, happiness, delayed gratification, and mindset, here's what I want you to ask yourself, right? I'm always going to give you the things for you to do on your own, for you to take this lesson and personalize it. Now, this is what I do with my clients. But if you're not a client of mine and you're getting started with this work, this is what you can start to do to condition yourself for improvement, for growth. So, what to ask yourself? And these are basically self-reflection or journal prompts. I'm a journaler. You're going to hear me talk about journaling a lot. It is one of the keys to my success, so I share that. Not saying that you have to do that to guarantee success, but I recommend it. So I have 5 self-reflection journal prompts for you to consider. This is what you should be asking yourself, okay? 1, am I truly happy with who I am? Or am I waiting for someone else to make me feel complete? Am I truly happy with who I am? Or am I waiting for someone else to make me feel complete? Number 2, what areas of my life need more attention and love from me during this season? What areas of my life need more attention and love from me during this season? Is that your health? Is that your self-esteem? Is that your time management? Is it your children? Is it your career? What needs more attention and love? Number 3, how am I preparing myself emotionally, mentally, and spiritually for the type of relationship I desire? How am I preparing myself emotionally, mentally, and spiritually for the type of relationship I desire? What are you doing now? Are you sitting around just waiting? Oh, when this happens, I'll this. When I have a reason to get dressed up, I'll get dressed up. When I have a reason, when I have a partner and I need to be fit, I'll be fit. When someone else is depending on me, I'll be on time. When someone else is looking at my finances, then I'll be responsible. So, how am I preparing myself emotionally, mentally, and spiritually for the type of relationship I desire? Number 4, what limiting beliefs do I need to let go of in order to attract the love I want? What limiting beliefs do I need to let go of in order to attract the love I want? So with my Kepties, we call limiting beliefs love limitations. I do an entire activity with them to remove these love limitations so that they can attract love, the love they desire, way more easily. So for you, think about, what are the negative limiting beliefs that you have about love? They're honestly just lies, but what are the lies you have told yourself about love that get in the way? It could be as simple as, all the good men are taken. For my fellas that watch, I haven't forgotten about you. Mondays are for everybody, right? So for my fellas, it could be women only want me for my money, right? That's a limiting belief in regards to love, right? Number 5, how can I turn my single season into a time of thriving rather than just waiting? So how can you shift your mindset so that in this single season, you are excited to learn about yourself? You are excited about the freedom you have while you are not in a relationship and having to consider someone else. What can you do for yourself? What can you do to be happier, to feel more love for yourself during this single season? And I see there's some comments. Okay, just agreement. Cool. Absolutely. All right, cool. So I said all of that to say this is the coaching gem, right? My coaching gem is kind of like my one-liner that sums up the gist of the lesson for today. It's the key takeaway, right? So your single season isn't a waiting room for love. It's your training ground. The love you want will come faster when you stop waiting and start thriving. Remember, you aren't looking for love. You're becoming it. And I want you all to challenge yourself this week. Challenge yourself. Challenge yourself to pour into yourself, to invest in yourself, whether that's going to bed earlier, whether that's working out one extra time, whether that's making sure you get your water in, whether that's journaling. And listen, I wouldn't give this lesson without also providing an opportunity to support you with this, right? So if you're looking for some structured learning that can effectively do that for you, I have two options, right? Option one is my Love Attraction Journal. It has 28 prompts that walk you through healing. So you're going to deal with your childhood. You're going to deal with those love limitations and what you think about love in your patterns that have been negative, getting in the way. But at the end, you're also going to dream and visualize your future so you can start thinking more positively and put yourself on the path to attracting that. And my option two, for those that have already done my journal or who have already done some of the healing work, but you're closer towards like, I want a woman more, right? I want to connect more with my divine feminine essence. That's the Find Your Feminine course. This is a foundational piece that I do with all of my clients that helps them as women just soften, relax. It helps them recover from being hardened by their circumstances. And both of these options are available on destinationdeanna.com. So either go to the KEPD curriculum or you can go to purchase items. And those are the things that I have available for you. So remember, if you would like to continue the conversation or go a little bit deeper, I'm having a Q&A and it takes place live on Facebook in about 7 minutes. At 1:30 it starts, only for my subscribers. So subscribe to my Facebook page and you can take part in the exclusive live. So let me just check the comments really quickly before I head out. Oh, I'm glowing. Thank you. I'm extremely happy. You actually can't even appreciate the person if you're not even happy within. It's so true. They'll come along and you won't even get the fullness of them. Yep. And my husband's agreeing. If you don't have love for yourself, you don't have love to give away. And thank you, honey, for that alley-oop. Because when you don't have love for yourself, you are depleted, right? So you're giving from an empty tank. And what does that do? That makes you resentful, right? It makes you count and keep tally for what you're doing. You don't want to do that. You want to have a surplus. You want to be full with love so you have an abundance of it to give away and you're never depleted, right? Yes, and Ashley is one of my subbies. So I'll see you over there really quickly. All right, you all. So I'll leave you again with the coaching gem so you can be clear about that, right? I love you all. Thank you for tuning in this week. Remember that God is love. We are of God. So attracting love should be easy, especially when you have me as a guide. So I will see you all next Monday for my next coaching gem, or you can join me on Wednesday for Sounds About Wife where I'm specifically giving wife perspective and talking to wives or aspiring wives. Love you all. Have a great day.